It's August the 3rd, so time to kick off the August receipts. Something has come. UK. It's come by the Royal Mail for once. What have I got? Yeah, okay, I don't know why. I think I'd seen something about this one. This is Chinese. This is The Flowers of War by Chigang Chen. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah, looks like a Christian Bale movie from the artwork. Interesting artwork. And thankfully the booklet is in English. Yeah. Oh, there we are. That I'm going to assume is Chigang Chen. Or is it? No, that's Joshua Bell, the violinist. So, yeah. Anyway, interesting. That is a CDR, not a pressed CD, but hey, so many of them are these days. Right, onwards and upwards. Right, Monday the 7th of August. Just back from another Kent long weekend, which means what did I get while I was there and what turned up while I was away. There was a record fair in Canterbury, although there was nothing massively exciting and rare. I did pick up a few bits and bobs just for the sake of making it worthwhile. I was aware that it was Ramin Djawadi's, or Djawadi, I don't know how to pronounce his surname, birthday tail end of July. Whereas they didn't actually have any Game of Thrones music, so this is a Varese, just a one disc compilation. You can see it cost me £3. Excuse me. Allergic to being home. But apart from that, I bought a few LPs on vinyl. What do we have? We have The Golden Seal, which is themes by John Barry, score by Dana Kaproff. Yeah. We have Surrender, which is still in its original seal. It's a Varese disc from 1987, a Canon movie scored by Michel Colombier. It's mid-80s, I'm sure it's going to turn out to be really short, but hey, what the heck, it cost me about £6. Let's break into the cellophane for the first time in 40 years or whatever it is. So at least we know it'll be in good condition. Yep. There we are, there's that. Michael Caine and Sally Fields, Steve Guttenberg. Huh. Then we have the Far Pavilions in tribute to the great Carl Davis, who passed away just last week. This is a Citadel, no it's not, it's a Chrysalis release. So we've got 2, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 20, 26 on one side. It's not bad, is it? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15, 18, 20, 26, 28 minutes or so on the other side. So that's a nice decent thing for that. And we have Just Between Friends by Patrick Williams. I did not have anything by him before. And that's a Warner's album. Another mid to late 80s, that's 86. Yeah. So there we are. Those are the things that I got in Canterbury. And while I was away, a box and an envelope turned up. So this has got some nice green stamps on it. It's come from someone with an HD postmark. What is that? Huddersfield, perhaps? Right. This is Wind by Passapadoris. This appears to be a Japanese release of this. Certainly does. Japanese release. There we are. $1993, I think, perhaps. Yeah. And then, where's this box come from? Slough. Comes the cake slice. It is. Well, we have. Ah, yes. No. This is the one that I kind of teased at the end of my July video. I have three things here. One of which is one of Eric Kunzel's Telarc discs, which I didn't have, which is Roundup, which is Western stuff. Fine. The second one is the Michael Kamen version of Life Force. I've already got a couple of versions of the Henry Mancini. And the third one, brace yourselves, is Henry Mancini's Condor Man. Copies of this have been selling on Discogs for years for upwards of £100, sometimes £150. SAE had I think it was 15 or 20% off sale on their rare or out of print category. So I went on and had a look through to see what was on there, and they had one copy of Condor Man. It said near mint, sealed, only one available. Original price I think was $79, which when you apply the discount would come down to $64, which then converted to pounds was something like 49. And I thought, while that is still dear for a single disc, it is a hell of a lot cheaper than most copies of Condor Man are asking. So I ponied up, put my money where my mouth was, and I am now hearing of a copy of that. Hurrah! Here's a quick update on this one. This arrived on, I think, what was it, last Thursday? Yeah, the 3rd. I didn't have time to play it before I was going off down to Kent. So I packed it in my bag and thought, play it, give it its first play at my girlfriend's house. We stuck it into her CD player, and it started playing, but it was kind of making horrible scrunching noises, and then just stopped. I was like, okay, obviously your CD player doesn't like CDRs very much. So I brought it back home, stuck it in my CD player in my kitchen, and it just spun up and whirred and then stopped without displaying a number of tracks on the little LCD display. So it's like, my CD player doesn't like it either. So I came to this laptop and I stuck it in the CD-ROM drive, and that whirred and whirred and whirred and whirred, and yeah. So basically this is a non-disc. It's just like things don't recognize it at all. So I put in a returns request with, I had bought it off of an eBay vendor. Put in a returns request, described the problem, and they sent me a notification saying, hey, we've issued you a refund, no need to bother returning it to us. So it's like, okay, I've got a jewel case and a nice bit of printed artwork and a plastic coaster. In the meantime, I've found the same thing for sale on Amazon, slightly more expensive, but still kind of sensible CD prices. I think it was like 12 quid, something like that. But marked as pre-order. This item has not been released yet, which is a bit odd. It's not as though this is a disc for a new film. It was 2011. So I don't know what's going on with that, but I've reordered it via Amazon, and we'll see whether I get one that actually works this time. Fun, huh? Now Friday the 11th. Something vinyl shaped arrived on my doorstep while I was at work. I think this is from the labels on it, a Movies on Vinyl jobby. It comes with a tear strip. Oh, I'm not going to attempt to. Yeah, so let's just take that out that way. Is there any paperwork in there? No. It's a Lakeshore. It's Wednesday by Elfman and Bacon. Haven't seen it, but haven't heard it, but you know, given that kind of gothic comedy stuff and Danny Elfman's history, that should be all right, shouldn't it? It might be him kind of getting back to his Burton-esque roots. I remember on the original Addams Family CD liner notes, Mark Shaman wrote a little thing saying, "One thing I am sure is that Danny Elfman turned down this job," because it felt like it was right up his street, didn't it? Perfectly happy that he did, because Shaman's score was great fun, and for the sequel too. But anywho, here we have Mittwoch, gatefold. So what have we got? One disc with funky sort of transparent, what would you call that? Blackcurrant colour. Sure that's not what they call it. Oh, the static. Oh, the static. I'm going to have trouble getting that back in there. There we are. That's that one. And then there's another one in the back. Fang. There we are. It's still on the same colour. Yes, it is. That should be fun, shouldn't it? It's Monday the 14th now. Another Amazon delivery. Feels like a digipack or card sleeve. Doesn't feel like there's enough depth for a jewel case in this one. Yeah, there we are. It is George Martin. Film scores and original orchestral music. Pepperland Suite, music from Yellow Submarine. Music from Live and Let Die. Incidental music to Under Milkwood by Dylan Thomas. I don't know whether that was the original radio version, I guess. 3 American sketches for violin and chamber orchestra. Belle Étoile, Waltz in D minor, Prelude for strings. Original sketches written for the film The Mission. So, does that mean he was kind of originally in the frame for that before it went to Morricone? Let's have a look in our copy of Torn Music. The Mission. Pages 281 to 282. That's not right. It's not there. Look at it up again. No, it definitely says 281 to 282 there. Well, because they're referring to Morricone's score for the Mission in an article about Scarlet Letter. Well, that Scarlet Letter was originally going to have Ennio Morricone, and then they replaced him with Elmer Bernstein, and then they replaced that with John Barry. Right, Scarlet Letter is a John Barry that I do like, but yeah. Okay, so who knows why George Martin has got mission-related stuff. Let's look him up by name. No mention of him in this book, so who knows? I presume there isn't any kind of explanation in the booklet. Assuming it comes with the booklet, that is. Yes, it does. In 1985, Martin wrote a series of chorales as examples for the musical style of the film The Mission. Due to scheduling differences, he could not complete the film score, which is now heard in the film as composed by Ennio Morricone. Well, how about that? So that really something that that Gurgley should have in there, but yeah. 20 years later, he compiled the set pieces and created a concert piece entitled The Mission Chorales, which was first performed in 2008, but has received its first recording on this album. Well, there we are. Interesting. It's Wednesday the 16th, and the post is delivered. Something CD shaped from Stevenage and something vinyl shaped from Glasgow. So let us have a look and see what we have got. Okay, the one from Stevenage. is a Harry Robinson, or Harry Robertson as he was sometimes known, hammer score to the Vampire Lovers, or the Vampire Lovers, depending on how you want to stress it. They are lovers and they are vampires. Yeah. Ingrid Pitt. Peter Cushing. Film crowd stuff. And let us have a nice tear strip on this. This, yeah, I bought a bunch of things. It was almost like going to a record fair. They've bundled these up in one plastic wallet. So interesting things. Right, so that kind of habit of packaging things outside of their sleeves. So, what do we have? We have The Commanding Sea by Carl Davis. Oh, Carl Davis, who passed away earlier this month. I'd only got a few things by him, so I thought it was worth getting some more. Yeah, so this has got The Commanding Sea as the title and the artwork, but it's got music from a bunch of different things, some of which actually included a thing about Oppenheimer, which is apposite because of the new one being out. So let's see how Carl's music for Oppenheimer compares to the new stuff. There's also Fairest with the Wind for France and The Old Curiosity Shop. That's that. And then this one is another Carl Davis, is Champions. John Hurt as the jockey Bob Champion. That. Cast list on the back says Aldeniti as himself. Jan Francis, Alison Steadman, Edward Woodward. Cool. Then we have a TER release of George Fenton's White Mischief. Greta Scacchi, Charles Dance. Cast list like that, it was probably slightly racy. And then we have a Miklos Roja, The Last Embrace. That's a very Saraband release. It's got The Last Embrace on side 1 and Lydia on side 2. Or, yeah. That's a twofer. And then the last one appears to be in a generic sleeve. No artwork. But it is another Carl Davis. It's the French Lieutenant's Woman. I'm not quite sure why I haven't got a real sleeve for that. I shall look into whether it's something that I failed to notice on the seller's listing. If it is, then fine. Yeah, bit odd though. Anyway, there we are. That's today's incoming. It's Thursday the 17th. Two more things. Again, one vinyl sized and one CD sized. This has come from Romford. It's got a lot of sellotape on it, so I think I might need the cake slice of doom. Oh yes, this was something that somebody recommended to me on Facebook. It was John Ireland's birthday a couple of days ago, and I commented on a compilation that got a track from the Overlanders on it, and somebody pointed out that there was a disc that had got more than a single track on it, something approaching a full score. It's in combination with other non-film stuff, but yeah, so that's that. It's John Ireland. It's got a Downland suite, which I think is the thing that he's best known for. Julius Caesar complete score. It then says, is that an opera or ballet or what? Struggle to get the damn booklets out of some of these things. God damn it! It's little music. It's a BBC thing. Yeah, it was a BBC Radio with Julius Caesar. Okay. And then the Overlanders. Yeah, it's got. Yeah. It's that. Anywho, it's that, and let us see what the vinyl shaped thing is. Not there. Sticker. Aha, right, okay. Yes, this was another at the same time as John Ireland's birthday was also John Cacavas. I'm never sure how you pronounce that. His birthday. So as a copy of Airport 1975. And while I was at it, the one-way static picture disc of Last House on the Left by David Hess. Yeah. Numbered 908 of 1500. Liner. Yeah. Fair enough. So, picture disc. It's only a movie. It's only a movie. It's only a movie. There we are. It's Tuesday the 22nd. I've just received a thing. But also on Saturday, so what was that? That's the 19th. I did receive and unpackaged off camera John Barry's Hammett, which is a silver screen. I've just bought some more silver screen things, so those should be turning up in the next few days. This one appears to have come from Southampton. Oh yes, I was aware that I did not have Crocodile Dundee, so I found that's coincidentally also a silver screen release. Yeah, there you go. You can eat it, but it tastes like shit, and so on. Yeah, that's filling a gap in the old collection. Greetings, folks. It's Wednesday the 23rd. I've received a package which, from the size and shape of it, is neither a CD nor a record. It's not music at all. Why are you showing it here then, Dave, you ask yourselves? Well, it is, if it's what I think it's going to be, at least film music related. So, let's open this up. slip. It is a book. And the book, what it is Miklos Rozsa's autobiography, Double Life. Which should be interesting. Yeah, that's fun. That cost me £8, something like that. Now it's Friday the 25th. I've just got home from the office. 2 packages. This one is very heavy. I'll do this one first because I think this one feels like it's CD-ish, or pairs of CDs. We'll see. Interesting corrugated cardboard. These were 2 that I bidded on eBay. I don't very often go in for auction items. I usually just buy things that are on Buy It Now. But I've got, I think they were £8 and £9 respectively. Battle of Neretva by Bernard Herrmann, which is on Southern Cross Records. And Ruby by John Scott. This was the one I was actually after, really. Which is on Intrada. Nice to have those. Now this other package will not be either film or music related, but I'm going to open it on camera anyway. This, if it is what I deeply suspect it is, will be a big hardback book from the publisher Unbound. What I was a backer of. It is called 42, The Wildly Improbable Ideas of Douglas Adams, by Kevin John Davies, who has a signed little book plate that goes in it. And it's got a sort of half dust jacket that I believe folds out into a poster. Let's have a look. If I can get the thing off. Let's have a look. Yes, it does. Mug shots of Douglas Adams on it. That's rather funky. There we go. Alright folks, it's Wednesday the 30th. I'm going to be rather busy tomorrow on 31st, so I think when I've gone through this I'm going to edit everything together and call it the end of the month, and anything that turns up tomorrow can be lumped into September. Lord, September. Autumn. I'm seeing leaves falling outside already. It's still August. Anyway, 3 things have turned up today. Let's see. This is from World of Books. It's not a book, it's a CD. Le Temps Retrouvé by Jorge Arriagada. So, a Spanish composer, I think, or possibly South American, working on a French language film. The booklet's got mangled in the front there. For some reason, I think whoever sent me this must have been using a replacement case, because it's in a 2 CD case but it's only one CD, and it's definitely only meant to be one CD because the back cover shows it as one CD, so very odd. Oh, there we are, that's that. Next one is from Fantastic CDs in Preston in Lancashire. So oh yeah, that's The Beekeeper by Eleni Karandru. Yeah, interesting. See how that goes. And then this one here, Red Roofs in Sittingbourne. That, what a beaten up old jewel case that is, but interesting to see how well that plays. That's a bit mucky. That's The Ghostwriter by Alexandre Desplat. Anyway, that probably will be my lot for the month. So on that basis, stay fresh, cheese bags.